Gardner-Webb head coach Chris Reisert. The team came up just short 30-24 at nationally ranked SEMO this past week. This week, Charleston Southern, the North-South Barbecue Bowl, the first time that rivalry has been called that. So extra things on the line for that. So, Coach, just some general thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, certainly a tough day on Saturday. I thought we did a lot of really good things, put ourselves in a position to win. Couldn't quite finish the job. Had a chance, put the ball at the end of the game to go down and put the finishing touches on it, and just came up short. And unfortunately in football, there you don't get credit for close enough. You don't get credit for just there. And so we just got to do more. Got to do more. Got to get better. Got to strain more. Got to finish more. Got to want it just a little bit more. Got to practice a little bit better. We just got to go +1 and everything, and to put ourselves in a position to finish these games. Been in a lot of close ones throughout the season, and we found the way to win some, but we haven't done it nearly consistently enough. And so, just got to find a way to keep pushing and keep evolving as a football team.
Talk about the start to the game, though. It seemed like whatever you wanted to do at the beginning of the game went according to plan.
Yeah, we started off really well. I mean, the takeaways help. Anytime you get 2 takeaways and you get two short fields and you cap it off with 2 touchdowns, I mean that's huge. And I thought we started off the right way with those takeaways, and that was huge in terms of the momentum. And then offensively to be able to take the ball and cap it off with touchdowns. Those were huge plays. I think in the first half we were able to kind of get some momentum there, and they took it back, and then we had a chance to get some momentum, towards the end of the first half, and ended up turn it over in a subjective play in the end zone, and so that puts you out of there with no points, and that hurt. But I thought we fought the whole game, and like I said, you got a chance to win it at the end, and we just didn't have enough firepower to get it done.
You said takeaway, so that made me think. Just what's the right way? I guess how do you capitalize on them? Sometimes it's what your opponent does, right? Sometimes it's what you do, and you may go a game and win and not have any takeaways. But I don't know. Can you talk about that whole dynamic involved around that? Because obviously it went your way there early in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's the number one stat in football, right? If you can win the turnover margin, you give yourself an opportunity to win the football game, and that and yards per play, in my opinion, really are the two most important stats in ball. And so we were able to take advantage of it in the first half, and turned it over a little bit at the end of the first and in the end of the second, subjectively, but we did, and so those hurt you, and that puts you in a tough position to overcome. But I think when you can win the turnover margin, that puts you in a really good spot.
I'll ask you specifically about Charleston Southern in a second, but this a rivalry goes back for a while, but now there's a little extra on it, a little something. And your teams aren't going to win the conference championships this year, but what does it mean to have, like, instead of just another game against a team you've played 20 times, to have like a little extra to go along?
Yeah, I think the rivalry matters. I think the regional rivalry matters. You're talking about two teams in the Carolinas. That's awesome. And looking forward to that. Looking forward to competing against those guys, and certainly, both Carolinas love food and certainly love barbecue. And so to be able to kind of bring everybody together around that in football, I think is just an awesome idea, and it's one that we're really excited about. It's hopefully a tradition that is starting this year, but hopefully it's got lasting impact for a long, long, long time. And we're talking about the Barbecue Bowl in 2055 and 2065.
And it's maybe the best trophy in sports from like the look I got at.
Well, and you get to eat barbecue after you win. So I don't know what else you'd really want in a trophy, and football. Maybe if you had barbecue in the trophy, that would maybe be the only thing that'd set it over the top. But other than that, I think we're doing our part. So it'll be a cool weekend, and Charleston Southern's a really good football team, and so it'll be a great opportunity for us to go 1-0 and play good ball, and hopefully get an opportunity to win the trophy.
The Cheez It Bowl trophy last year. That was an edible one, maybe. Gabe said his team was hungry, no pun intended. But again, what have you seen from them this year? It seems like, like you, they've been in a lot of games and they just kind of come
Yeah.
up short, maybe.
Yeah, I think they do a lot of really good things. Defensively, they're a good football team. They do a ton. Offensively, they do a lot of things to keep you balanced. You gotta be mindful of the quarterback. You got to be mindful of some of the wideouts. You got to be mindful of their ability to run the football and the different ways they run the football. Defensively, you have to be mindful of structurally how they'll align, I think they got some really dynamic pass rushers and some kids that are active on the perimeter at linebacker and at safety. And so, they do a lot schematically that I think balances out what you can do. And then I think, personnel wise, they've got enough guys that are really dangerous that if you leave them in one-on-ones or you give them an inch, that they'll take advantage of it.
Uh, you sort of referenced it there. They have some from watching their last game, some dynamic wide receivers too that seem to make not just plays like big time plays. What have you
Yeah.
seen from that?
Yeah, no, they're able to push the ball down the field. Three's a really dynamic kid, one of the more dynamic guys in the league, and it's shown up, really every week. That he's been able to get past guys, and so it's similar to some of the guys that we've played the last few weeks, right? Where we've played, whether it's kid at Lindenwood or the couple kids at SEMO, where you've got to be mindful where they are every single play, and if you're not, then there's a chance that you're going to have the game wrecked. And so we just have to be strategic and intentional about being thoughtful about where he's at each play, in addition to being able to be thoughtful to how to stop the run and how to stop the other things that they're going to bring to the table. But certainly those guys create issues that you have to have a plan to stop.
Coach, that's all we got for you this morning. Appreciate your time. Best of luck. Hopefully there's barbecue in your future, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.